This market is brutal, and right now it is not getting any better. And in this video, I'm going to go over ways that you can still be making money in this market. That's right. There are 6 different ways in this video I'm going to go over on how you can still profit or at least set yourself up for return on investment, even during these market conditions, which have been absolutely horrendous. And I understand if you don't want to deposit more money into crypto, or if you don't want to liquidate positions to take other opportunities, or if you're fearful that the dip is just gonna keep dipping until we see better conditions. So in this video, I'm gonna give you 6 ways you can still be making money or setting yourself up during these down times. The best way to invest sometimes is sinking time into some of these things that will prove for future returns. So I'll go over that in this video. Without further ado, let's get in the game. First and foremost, as always, guys, drop down, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more every single day and every week here on In the Game. We have you covered from all the top narratives in crypto, gaming, AI, meme coins, RWA, and more. And of course, a big shout out to our sponsors here on the channel. We have Medieval Empires, 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗏, Moon Tropica, as well as CRADLE Games, and our exchange partners, Blowfin, Bybit, 𝗬𝗥𝗬𝗢. You can check those out down below. I highly recommend Blowfin, but we will talk about our sponsors here later in the show. We're really going to dive right into it in this video because obviously right now crypto is in a spot none of us want to be in. You know, the market is doing things that after we saw Trump get elected and the Trump pump, and then we saw just the pro-crypto nature, the way he was talking about doing things for crypto, it did just seem like we were going to be in this stage of the market where we're probably going to see a lot of green and a lot of bullish catalysts throughout 2025. Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case, and a lot of the rhetoric, the tariffs, everything like that has really been dragging crypto down and dragging markets down. And I want to just provide a little bit of clarity, and I do think that this tweet does sum it up. We always talk about risk on, risk off environments, and every time that we see quantitative tightening, that is right now, where money supply is contracting a little bit, that is when we see downturns in markets, especially like crypto, right? The stock market during this time actually did very well, but with crypto specifically, we like quantitative expansion, right? We like to see money supply driving up, total assets of the Federal Reserve, etc. So right now you see that is in a decline. In 2020 and 2021, there was a stark incline here that really did stimulate the market, no pun intended. So we need this to kind of turn around, especially if we're going to see this risk on environment that we envision for the rest of 2025. So this is definitely a chart to take a look at, is the total assets of the Federal Reserve, aka money supply, right? So definitely keep your eyes on this. And I think that when we see this turn upwards, crypto is the first market to potentially see a huge increase whenever that does happen. So let's jump into it, guys. We're not going to talk about coins today. We're not going to talk about which DCAs I'd be making today, because quite honestly, we're all in the same position. I don't want to keep pouring money into the market. I don't want to make more deposits out of my bank account. I don't want to turn other positions and turn them into stables and try to DCA to catch the bottom, right? I'm very content in my holdings. I have my gaming, AI, meme coins, RWA. I have my top layer 1s, layer 2s, whatever I'm invested in. I'm pretty set on those for the duration moving forward. And at the same time, it is a trader's market, but I'm willing to hold, see it through. And I think the projects that we've chosen, if you missed the recent portfolio update, I'd highly advise to check it out. It's the most recent video on this channel before this one. But right now, the only opportunity you have is not just DCAing coins and hope they go up, okay? There are lots of money-making opportunities in this market. We're gonna go over 6 of them for you in this video. That's right, there are 6 different ways you can be making money right now in this market. It might sound crazy because everything is red, like if we just scroll through here, right? Everything is red, and I thought this was crazy. I mean, if you just look at the weekly charts on top 50s, there's only 4 coins in the green, and only one, the top one, is 2.5% in the green. The top 50s are just getting absolutely crushed here. So, it speaks for itself. This market is just not cooperating the way we would like it to. However, there are a lot of ways out there to make money. So let's jump into it, and I'm going to go from highest risk to lowest risk, okay? So for the degens, you're going to be happy because the high risk stuff we're going to start with up front, okay? So the high risk ways to potentially make money in this market. And honestly, a few weeks ago, I would have considered this low risk, considering the fact that the narrative on this was super hot. And on top of that, we had just seen the recent successes of Wink and ket, which both did over 100x's after launch. And that is Avalanche pre-sales. So reason I'm saying this is super high risk right now is because there's already been a couple successes. We're probably going to start to see this be a little bit grifty. Maybe some teams start doing pre-sales that shouldn't be doing pre-sales. But at the same time, I just think now that we've seen 150x and 100x on the two incumbents, ket and Wink, we're probably going to see the gains kind of tampered down just a little bit. So the three coming up that I would absolutely be clued in on is Blub, and Blub just finished up their process, and we have talked about these multiple times on this channel. So if you missed it, we did talk about all three of these coins, but there's one with an opportunity still out there, and we'll get to that in just a second. And it actually is very low risk because it requires no capital. So number one is Blub. This is the one that's getting the most publicity on the timeline, and if you feel like you missed out on this, honestly, I wouldn't feel too bad about it. You know, only a few select people got 65 AVAX, which is like $1,200 in allocation. Blub Buds then got 25 AVAX, which is like $500 in allocation. And then they're literally disrespecting people down here, giving 1 AVAX of allocation to the lowest tier, which is, you know, getting some feedback here. 1 is ridiculous. Like, you know, OTG King should have been higher. Chuds are cooked. So 1 AVAX is disrespectful. So if you missed this, I really wouldn't be fretting. There could be an opportunity post-market, but there's rumors that this team has done some stuff in the past. Who really knows? So this is what I'm talking about. These are high risk. I think Blub off launch should do very well. We will see what happens. There are a lot of people sidelined that might pour liquidity into it when it goes post-market. So keep your eyes on this one, and I'll update you if I'm buying any of these post-market. I did, however, get and even I don't feel bad if you did not get approved for Blub. I didn't get approved for Blub. So I'm on the sidelines here, whatever reason that is. You know, so be it. But I did get approved for Albert, the upcoming Play Memoria token. This is also on Avalanche. They are doing a pre-sale. And as you see here, it's 10 AVAX, 20 AVAX, and 30 AVAX allocations. They have closed applications. If you applied for this whenever we first brought it up, go check this. I do think Albert has a lot of potential. And I think that their art is just phenomenal. It has AI, it's gaming. It much more fits what I'm looking for here. And the pre-sale allocations close in 2 days. So if you were approved, go check the website. Go, you know, make sure you submit your allocation before this. I do think Albert will launch lower than Blub, which could give it more upside, especially if Blub has some downside whenever the chart does go live. We see a lot of sells. I think that you might have an opportunity to come in here and see Albert trading a little lower, and maybe people move their money over to one of these different pre-sales. But the one I have the most conviction in at this point in the market is 𝗏𝗏𝗏 upcoming token, WOOF. So 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is one of the premier gaming communities in all of crypto gaming, and they're coming out with an AI agent revolving strictly around gaming. They have their applications here live, but they're not asking for your money. It's for an airdrop. So literally go to 𝗏𝗏𝗏 on Twitter, just 𝗏𝗏𝗏. It's right here on the screen. Fill in this and just explain why you should get an airdrop for this community. If you're like me and you're deep in crypto gaming, AI, that type of stuff, I would absolutely drop in and try to get an allocation for this. It's absolutely free, costs no money. So this is the low risk part of the Avalanche pre-sales. So go check this out down below. I would highly advise to at least apply for the WOOF airdrop allocation. So AVAX pre-sales is number one, as these have been making a lot of money for a lot of people, for those who have gotten involved. And ket and Wink are the first two, and they have both cooked extremely hard. Moving on to another high risk, okay? And honestly, for 99.9% of people out there, don't go do this, okay? But you have to mention trading, right? People who have been shorting the market or buying up the swings, selling, like the swing trades here have been crazy. So if you are looking to make money even in a down market and you feel savvy, first and foremost, go follow the main banter channel. Go follow Crypto Banter Plus. Check out Kyle's videos, Sheldon's videos, Dylan's videos. They are very good at the technical analysis side, so to really tune you in on what to look at as far as trading and the charts, right? So like for me, I'm not really a chartist or a technical analysis type of person. I'm more fundamentally based when it comes to my investments, but they are on top of it when it comes to trading. If you need a place to trade, check out 𝗏𝗏 down below. No KYC, deposit bonuses, everything you need to get started as far as trading. And we also have decentralized trading coming live on our app Nexus. We use Nexus here every single day on In the Game, and we're going to have perps in conjunction with Hyperliquid's technology. So fully backed, we have Hyperliquid's integration coming to our application, over 200 plus pairs tradable on Nexus, and this is in a decentralized manner. So we have a centralized exchange option for you with 𝗏𝗏, and we have a decentralized trading option for you with Nexus. So check those out in the links in the description down below. But like I said, honestly, this is higher risk than the AVAX pre-sales because you could get liquidated here. So I would not advise this for 99.9% of people out there. However, obviously savvy traders are the ones making the most money in the market right now. Number 3, and now we're moving into pretty low risk stuff, to be completely honest with you. There's not going to be a lot of risk in a lot of these upcoming, but I have to, state there is risk in this. Third is LPs. So I am still operating in some LP pools here. As you can see, we have Meteora pools, and you can jump in here and start, staking. For me, I like Sol USDC. I have a position in Sol USDC just because at this level, Sol and USDC, Sol can really only go up. And if you set your position correctly, we have a Meteora tutorial here. It's going to DCA you out back into USDC as it climbs up, and you can get a little bit of TVL volume. What would you call it? Yield. The term just escaped my head there for a second, but you can get some yield off of this. If you have some Solana coins, I would absolutely advise it. Obviously, you could stablecoin, and they're going to trade balance the whole time, but the yield on that isn't really that good. But quite honestly, Meteora returns right now are pretty low because there's no meme coins that are getting crazy volume on a random daily basis like there used to be. However, this is still an option for you to jump in here. If you just have some Sol USDC, throw it in a pool. It's really low risk, and I would just do a bid-ask strategy as it DCAs out. Whenever Solana does go up, inevitably, you will be DCAing back into USDC. So that is number 3 as far as the options you have to still make money in this market. Number 4, and maybe the most degen, I would say. The AVAX pre-sales are pretty degen, but this is, pretty fun stuff we got going on. We have crypto gaming, and you might be wondering, Hustle, how the hell am I going to go make money playing crypto games right now? There's, number 1, people will say there's no crypto games out there to play, and number 2, they would say crypto gaming's dead, which couldn't be further from the truth. And I have evidence of this because right now in Las Vegas, there's a $6,000 in the game or off the grid tournament going on in Las Vegas right now at one of the biggest esports arenas in the country. If you think this is dead, I don't know what to tell you. There's a Shatterline event later today. There's a Parallel World Championship for $250,000 later this weekend. So crypto gaming is far from dead in that landscape, and there's a couple ways you can set yourself up to make money currently and in the future. And I think the future opportunity could be much better because it's going to require less capital. But right now in the market, we have one of the Ponzi type of economies, just to be completely honest with you. It is built on abstract, however. So there's a two-way approach to make money in this ecosystem. You can jump in and buy a hero, 0.4 ETH, which is expensive. So I have advised on previous videos, I would not be jumping in to this ecosystem right now, but it is a way to make money. But there's a way to kind of, play this, in my opinion, and I'll go over that in just a second. If you have a hero, you jump into the game, you put it into battle, and it starts earning you hero token, which is the in-game token, every single hour. And you can level up your hero. It starts earning you more. I have a few heroes in this game. I'm working up. I'm making my earnings. I'm putting them back into the characters. I'm selling a little bit, obviously, because you have to take some profit. But there is some profitability in this game. The only problem is the liquidity pool is very low. But what you can do is literally jump on Abstract, make an account. It is, you know, the 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 consumer chain, as they call it. This is the first big app on their ecosystem. So what I would be doing if I was you, I would simply open up a wallet on abs.xyz. It's Abstract's official page. You jump over here to enter portal. It's going to ask you for your EVM wallet. It's going to create you an Abstract wallet in the back end. Bridge over 0.1 ETH and just make some trades. Like, all that they care about in this ecosystem is really volume and activity. So even if you don't have a hero, just jump into Abstract and make some trades. Maybe just bridge some money, hold some USDC over here, hold some ETH, hold some Pengu if you're bullish on Pengu. Maybe trade in and out of hero as you're seeing the chart go up or down. But you will earn XP in this ecosystem based off of your activity. And like for me in this game, I'm getting a good amount of XP every single week. And that XP is going to go for a future airdrop. So like I said, there's two ways to play this ecosystem, but you need capital, which is you can buy a hero and actually play the game. It has Ponzi economics. It could literally go to zero. Just that is the nature of the game. And we've seen it with previous Ponzi style games. However, you can use the Abstract chain at the same time and trade in and out of tokens or trade assets, and then you're earning XP, which is going to go for a future airdrop speculatively for an upcoming Abstract chain token. But if you don't want to spend $1 and you want to potentially be able to accumulate stuff that you can sell later on, I would absolutely recommend Off the Grid. And the reason being, number one, Off the Grid's the best crypto game in all of crypto. It's undoubted. The graphics, the gameplay, the mechanics, the gunplay, the movement, the multiplayer, the competitiveness. As you see here, there's an ongoing competition right now out in Las Vegas. So this is one of the best opportunities in all of crypto gaming, but people are already jumping in here and making money, right? So you can jump in and you can acquire assets. So every time you play, you earn hexes if you extract hexes. You then come through, you extract the hexes, you can open them, and you get loot. So those loot, there's in-game currency currently on the testnet, but there's also items. The speculation is those items are actually going to bridge over to mainnet, and you'll be able to sell those items for guns tokens, which means you can sell all the items on testnet that you're acquiring for real money later on. So someone literally just bought this OTG Pro pack for $1,500 over the counter. This is pre-trading. This is even before you can do it on chain. So there is a demand here. If you have a few hours a day, maybe you're playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and if you're still doing that, get a grip, to be completely honest with you. The Call of Duty franchise is so washed up at this point in time. Spend those couple hours here with some friends, play Off the Grid, earn some assets, and you stack, really prioritize your inventory, and you'll be able to sell these later on. And there's already demand for these items as we speak. So crypto gaming is absolutely one of the best ways to just sink a little bit of time into at this point in time. Whether it's, sinking money into a game like on-chain heroes, or using the Abstract chain for a future airdrop, or if it's playing Off the Grid, which is completely free, by the way, accumulate these assets and you can then sell them when mainnet does go live and get some return on investment on the time that you've sunk into these things. And then last but not least, and this one's completely free across every single one of these that I'm about to show you, and that's SocialFi. We just saw Kaito, the Kaito token for Yaps. If you saw Yaps or Kaito on your timeline, this was a free airdrop for people who linked up their Twitter page and were dropping basically alpha. You would get Yaps, you would earn that for just tweeting information about gaming, AI, meme coins, whatever the case is, and you would earn Yaps. And those Yaps then translated into Kaito tokens, which if you've seen the Kaito token chart, it really did pay off for a lot of people. Like if we just take a look here on the 30 days, it's trading at $2, 500 million market cap, and a $2 billion fully diluted. So this was a really good airdrop, and all you had to do was link up your Twitter and tweet. So, there will be more opportunities even in this ecosystem. So still, if you haven't done it, go link your Twitter page. There's more potential airdrops in the future. There's a lot of locked supply that they've saved for future initiatives. And there's gaming on there. We have MapleStory U as a pre-TGE project from the Yapper Launchpad. But there's new opportunities springboarding every single day. We have Ethos Network. This one's getting really big on Twitter right now. You need an invite code. So if you need an invite code, I would just scour Twitter, find some people who are using it and see if they have an invite code for you. However, this is like a social ranking platform. You can go and review Twitter pages of, prominent influencers, KOLs, founders, these types of things. The CZs, the Kevin Roses, the Frank D. Gods, the Thread guys, the Hustlepedias, the Beckers or Elios of the world. You can go drop your thoughts on those KOLs, and there's a score. It's like a content credit score almost, you could say. And the higher your score, the more trustworthy you're deemed, etc. I think that this could lead into an airdrop. Of course, that's farthest thing from the confirmed. Like, we don't know that at this point in time, but I do assume, just given the way that this is shaping up, as you can see, I just think that this could be a future airdrop when it comes to SocialFi. And then we have Nexus, which is on Zentry. So I have my software Nexus, but Zentry, the Nexus platform for them, is a SocialFi layer. And you can jump in here. If you're tweeting about Zentry, Ronin, Sofon, I think they have Injective on there, you can then just start earning these points on their platform, where I think it's going to initially or eventually turn into a airdrop. I think that definitely they're going to stimulate the people who have come through here and been either zappers or watchers in this ecosystem. So definitely go check this out. It's absolutely free. And look, if you're bullish on this ecosystem, there's no reason not to. And if you tweet about Ronin, Zentry, Sofon, any of these, you can acquire points for this, and I think there will definitely be an airdrop for this in the future. So SocialFi is the least risky, but it could also be the least ROI, just at least based on the fact that no one really knows how much you're going to get paid out on these things until it happens. And then when that happens, if you sunk a ton of time into it, didn't get a lot of return, well, you can't really make up for that lost time. However, I think AVAX pre-sales, trading, we have LPs, we have gaming, we have SocialFi. I think these are all very good ways to spend time and potentially spend a little bit of money in the meantime during this market. Any of the leftover dry powder that you have, maybe sinking into the abstract chain, or if you are willing to degen, go into on-chain heroes, or if you have the time, go play off the grid, acquire a bunch of assets, or post, do all these SocialFi campaigns. If you're a savvy trader, this is your market, that's for sure. And then on top of that, the AVAX pre-sales, it's really not a lot. Like, you can get allocated in a few AVAX, and who knows, they could 10, 20, 30x, but they could also go to zero, right? So I gave you a scale of high risk and low risk ways to make money in this market. So guys, like the video down below. Let me know if you're doing any of these things that I talked about in this video. Are you spending time? Are you spending money to get ROI in this market? And are you banking on current ROI or stacking up things for the future like abstract or SocialFi or off the grid? Or are you degenning in on-chain heroes, trading, these types of things? Let me know in the comment section. I'll see y'all on the next one. As always, play well, my friends, and please, we all need it at this point in time. Stay bullish, my friends.